challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Handoff to the single back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Makes the grab. It's Morales. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown. I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Can't get him to the ground.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
The seventh play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Power football with the run. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Floats it out in space.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking deep. And it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To throw, it's Watkins. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
The jet sweep pass. Inside the 30. He's off to the races. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Getting set for the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking for a man. It's Watkins. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Off the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. He would have loved to have been able to throw the ball past the first down sticks. Couldn't get it done, and they couldn't create enough room off the dump down, Jesse.
So let's give credit to the defense then in coverage, taking all of the throws away and also doing a nice job of keeping the football in front of them, and then great effort making that tackle setting up for it.
Splits the uprights. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
Texas.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This should be the last play of the quarter. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
The end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 10, Texas 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Using his feet. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The burnt orange just smoked the Aggies the last time these two got together.
And anytime you get beat down by your rival, like Reese was talking about, it stings. And it's talked about for a long time, and your coaches do not let you forget it.
And these two teams feel it on the recruiting trail too, right? Texas's blowout win last year really helped them this past offseason. So they're looking to capitalize and see if they can go 2 years in a row.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausted.
Relying on that running game inside the red zone, he picked up 3 to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. A run for the quarterback. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He's back to throw on 2nd down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You see these windows, they're getting smaller and smaller to throw into. Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a hand in there, knocking that ball away.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Getting some heat.
And it's a little close, a little too close for comfort, but I'll tell you what, the quarterback's got to be aware, right? When they're taking shots or throwing the football close to their own end zone, got to know where they're at so they don't give up the safety. Good job by the quarterback. I'd like him to get rid of the football next time, but at least he didn't take the safety.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Sending the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback checking off. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Watkins. Feeling some heat. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the defense will accept the penalty and back up this offense. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fair catch called for and made. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They go to the ground. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Texas A&M 10, Texas 7.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started.
Texas.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and to get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
This offense has a second down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through the tackle. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
It's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
He'll take it himself. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Touchdown, Longhorns! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires on the move. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boys, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. A designed run for the quarterback. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun to give, looking for room. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. Wants to fire on second down. Using the quick game. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Texas A&M going quickly. On second down, he'll fire. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle and prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the right. Got a wide-open receiver. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
The Aggies will have it first and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. From the gun, the running back has it. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. It's first down from the 11. He wants to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Quick release on the RPO. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll run it from the gun. Kept it on the ground on third down. Picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. Calls his own number. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense is won, especially on 4th down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
Second down coming up. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas 21, Texas A&M 10.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
42 Slider.
From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback changing the plays at the line.
Gorilla. Griffin.
From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Touchdown, Aggies! What a great play. What a huge moment for this defense.
Number 19.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun. Pocket starts to collapse. He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it.
Texas.
From inside the 20, chance for great field position. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Watkins. Unloads it left. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide out in motion. To the ground with the back. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Brought down at the 20-yard line.
This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. Touchdown, Aggie. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. This is a designed run. He'll be stopped short. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They'd hoped to push this edge out to a field goal, but they were denied. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Watkins. Looking to the big tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
They want to run this quarterback. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Texas A&M.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go. Terrier.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Texas A&M.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Pulled down for the tackle.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Leaves it with the running back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.